Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, members of the press, Oddcollard here with just a disclaimer. My content is primarily for guys, folks on the nerdy side, and some tomboys. Nothing personal with anyone. It's just the way it is with me. Everyone slowly gathered into the meeting room. The theater began filling up with men and women. Representatives from every division arrived. Question: why does everyone have to travel with an entourage following them with a group of people who appear completely useless? It totally looks like showmanship, yet they all do it. It's all pomp and circumstance. The Jones twin, Ken, stood up to speak. He began with, "My job, in the interest of everyone, is to see that the farms are working at optimum efficiency. Regretfully, and I mean this, we are not just unable, but incapable of making everyone happy." Kim said this with a blank face. A face that said absolutely nothing. Great uncle called it his game face. Said he does this a lot, particularly when there is something to be concerned about. Kim and Alani, the Jones twins, held a lot of sway with the elders in the Senate. Although relatively young, they garnered much respect where it mattered. It's as if they weren't even from this colony. Their life experiences made no sense to me. But what do I know? Kim continued. "So what do we know for sure?" he said. "The crops aren't growing to fruition. The hyenas are back. We've had an abundance of childbirths lately, and although that news is fantastic, we still have to feed everyone, and in some circumstances, specific dietary needs." Kim went on. "It seems to me there are some who are questioning not just our ability to lead, but our motive as well. So talk to me. We're all grown-ups. Say what's on your mind and talk to me. This affects all of us." The room fell silent for several moments. It was then that an older Negro woman stood up. I had seen her many times, but we had never met. She was a grandmother, as well as an experienced statesman. Some of her children and grandchildren were part of the guys, so there's no doubt she receives inside information from the field. Some folks think this is unfair. Personally, I strongly believe other people should have access to the truth. Although we all are in this together. Trust can go thin. Her argument stemmed from, for one, financial transparency, and second, why are we just now hearing about the hyena clan? It's true, we are used to seeing them in the distance, but wandering through the crops before the sun comes up is alarming to say the least. At this point, it's only a few, but we're not in a position to wait for the entire clan to come marching through. She finished with, "When you people have the chance, You blew it on your faith and all that nonsense. Your thinking, your ideology lost it all. Not us. You guys say it was tech that ruined it all and that everybody wanted to be something more. But look at you. Us. Look at us. Tech didn't do this. It was all of you and your wacky faith that makes no rational sense. You did this. You ruined us. And she spoke it with such venom. Between this statement and hearing word of the hyenas, the entire room became unfiltered mumbles. Much concern, anger, and fear loomed above us all. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is a private meeting, closed to the public. So how do you think I made it in? Well, it helps to work for the guys. Some interesting perks show up now and then. I wasn't paying attention for a minute or so, but voices got loud. Then somebody threw a pencil. From there, a microphone stand. Then after that, someone threw a chair. No, really, an entire chair. Uh-oh. Security stepped in to calm and suggest a power down of behavior. But tension still remained high. Wow, everyone is afraid. Can I say this? When you're a little kid being raised and trained to become an adult, a grown person who can actually be a positive, producing member of your clan, then, once you get to that age and are put out there with all the folks you have looked up to for so long, then, all of a sudden, you look up around your particular age of awareness and come to the realization nobody knows what they are doing. No, really, nobody knows. Everyone is winging it. It doesn't matter their age. You can learn a skill. A high skill like medicine, farming, metalworking, electronics. Something that keeps us going, yet still be clueless as to the human condition. When I came to this realization, so many things clicked in my head that I had to take a weekend off just to gather my thoughts. No working for the guys. No hanging out with Jacob, Corinne, or Sister Sherry. I thought it better to disconnect from the world for at least one full day. This particular revelation got me. Story TRAJAN.